We have been doing a little, what are we doing, Dragon?
Project. We're trying to determine how many raised beds we can make out of this. Let's see how much wood we have. We still have some left in the barn, a few more boards, but this should give us a good head start.
This is all reclaimed wood that the previous owners left. We asked them to leave a lot of the wood that was in the barn for us. We've been using lots of it for projects here at the farm. And we had these chunky pieces that we decided to use to try to plan out our garden, vegetable garden, right here between the pastures here and here. And the barn is here. Trinity's here. So we're gonna now we're going to now start measuring out, see how many feet of wood that we have, so we'll know how many and how big our planter boxes can be. Dragon is the master mathematician. I'm just the secretary.
Evans just doesn't have enough fingers to add up everything.
I'm the secretary. I have the pen and the paper. So
All right, we have.
let me put this down so I can start writing. Counting.
$44. 63 feet. All right, add it up. How many feet total, Kevin?
I need a calculator.
All right, 6 times 6 first on 36. 100. 80.
It's only
18.
180.
180. And 60 and and 60, 180 and 60, 240.
80. 240. Is that right? Is that right, YouTube? Okay. Now, for the design. Math was off. I corrected it.
About 320. Yeah, that's much better. Like that doesn't seem right. 320, so we're going to double stack, and so that gives us 160 feet total. We still have some long ones in the back that will definitely help us get that. All right, now planning. I'm going to do probably 2 4x4 at the end. How much do you want in between?
I would say at least
4.
At least 4 feet, yeah. Make it easy. Be able to pull a cart and stuff too, like to gather stuff and to bring stuff out.
I'm going to do these 12 by 4. 12.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yep.
And then we'll see how many we can do.
Okay. And then just mix
Cap
up.
it again.
Mix up like that.
What?
Like do 2 4s, a 12, 2 4s, a 12.
No, I was thinking.
Or just do
maybe
12s all the way down.
Maybe 3 12s. And then again, 2 4x4s.
It's kind of boring. I was hoping for some kind of shape or something in here, but we'll see. Okay. All right, here we go. How far down are you going? Brought out the big wheel, well, the little wheel to measure. Let's see what we got. Because I think you should leave room too, just like if we end up doing a greenhouse or something out here, something small, you can have it on one end and still have access to all the water. Like I would let this be the starting side and leave that side over there. leave that side for potential for something else later.
5'5", that's 56 feet.
From right here? From that post?
Five that way.
Oh, okay. From 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 posts? I'm so happy about 7 posts?
7 times 8 is 56.
Okay. You writing this down? Or what? What are you doing? Okay, let's see what else we got. Here's where we are so far. We have done 1, 2, 3, 4 beds. All the beds are 4 feet wide at the moment. There is a 4-foot gap in between and 12 feet long. 24 feet. We mapped out 12 feet and it just seemed a little short. So based on the scale of this property, I was telling Dragon bigger because the property's so huge, so we don't want tiny beds, and this looks a lot better. So far just little test to see how it's going to be looking and talking through some logistics like watering and future planning. But so far this is where we are, how it's working. Lots of wood left to still play around with, so I think we're going to probably see how many more end caps we can get, start filling these in. All of them might not be too high, just one, but not everything needs to have a lot of space for their roots to go deep as we start to fill these in with some soil and everything. Back to moving logs. You ready, Trin?
Get him. Get him.
Let's go. Clearly lots of help right here. All right, let's get after it. Here's how things are looking so far. Just trying to measure out the size of what we have sitting there, and it's like putting together a puzzle now to fix this up. We're trying to maybe complete at least one bed to see what it looked like double stacked. That's not going to happen today, but we're liking the scale of it so far, and the fact that we are able to use reclaimed wood also kind of gives it that extra special look to it, and makes us feel proud that we are trying to be good stewards of the land here. We'll get back at this soon. We're back at it. We decided to make a couple of adjustments based on sleeping on this for a couple of days. One thing is to give us a little more room here at the end. We currently now have
10 feet would be nice.
Yeah, we have 6 feet of space, and Dragon is suggesting that we go to 10 feet so we can have a little more room to maneuver between the fence and where the flower beds begin, and also to allow ourselves a little bit of buffer for potentially in the future being able to come around and have to maybe build an enclosure around this, so we can have room to work to do that and also still have room to move around. That said, we're definitely going to go ahead and move these forward 4 feet from the 6 feet to the 10 feet. And then another thing we're going to do is, right now we have everything spaced at 4 feet between, but we're going to redo the first 2 here and then the last 2, whichever they are. So instead of 4 feet, doing 6 feet, so we can leave space to kind of do an arbor over the top to allow potential for some climbing crops, pole beans, different things like that to have a climbing arbor from one side of the flower bed over to the other.
Okay, so we have one bed bottom part kind of roughly set in, and now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go around and staple these in just to make sure that everything stays together. We found these, apparently they are service entrance staples. They're about approximately 1 inch by 1 inch staples. Here's what they look like. Galvanized steel. So we basically just want these staples just to keep this in place. So we're going to do about 1/2 inch on each side of the board and just nail it in, and that's not going anywhere. It's just we're going to go around and connect each board with one staple. Trinity move. That is not going anywhere. Now a second level of the beams up top. That should keep everything nicely in place. Find that heavier, wider hammer kind of does a better job than a smaller hammer hammering this in. We already did this side right here. Earlier we tested out with 2, but I don't think that we need 2. That's kind of overdoing it. 1 is quite plenty to hold everything in place, because once you have the soil in, everything should stay nicely in place. Got a couple more staples. Just gonna finish this up. Two more. Here we go, that's it. Now we're gonna work on the second level of this. And we'll be back.
working hard.
Very hard.
Time for a little lunch. Little tailgate party.
It's like 3 pieces. Trinity, you sharing one too?
Some homemade banana nut bread I made last night. And some not so cold Coca-Colas. Time to eat. How's
It
that?
is not sponsored by Coca-Cola.
No way near it. But you hit us up if you're interested.
We'll take Pepsi too.
Yeah. Anything free.
All right, so what a great way to start off the new year with a great project. We completed what we could have. We found some scrap 6x6 logs that we had in our barn left, and we were able to assemble three raised beds that are 4 feet wide and 24 feet long. So there's almost 100 square feet in each one, about 96 square feet in each one, which will give us a really great amount of growing space here to start with. So like I said, we have 3 of them. What was great about this, we had such a various sizes. There was minimal waste of any of it, and it was a great way to repurpose all these scrap logs. Most of them are between 3 and 5 feet long. We had a couple on that were 10-12 feet long, but most of them, as you can see in this one there, about 3 to 4 feet long. So I think this is a great way to repurpose them. Let me get that box again. We mentioned earlier in the video we used these service entrance staples, but they're 1-inch staples. They worked really great on holding them together. I mean, this is fairly heavy structure, but that's not really going anywhere. It's not going to be any pressure or pulling them apart or anything like that. So what we're going to do next in these beds, we are going to line up with a plastic just the side. That should prolong the life of these beds, and then fill up the bottom with some mulch, and then some compost and a topsoil mix. That should give us a great start. That should be probably sometime soon in our next video. Anything else, Kevin, that I'm forgetting? I truly appreciate all of you guys following along, and come back and see us again for continuous of this project. Thanks for watching, and see you guys soon.